we're in a war. Like it's and here's the thing. It feels one-sided.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna add one more thing because I totally forgot. But yeah, I feel like it didn't hold up to the hype. You know what I mean? Like, I think that we were kind of expecting it to be a little bit closer between in the war and not just like a complete blowout, because I don't know if you guys saw, but NXT got what, 900, was it 957 or something, like 957K or something like that. And AEW did like 600,000, like a little over 600. And so like that was a complete domination. And I feel like, I know that most of the people that I follow, and obviously I'm not a fan of AEW, so I don't watch it, but like I feel like throughout it, after like the shows both ended, and then in the days since, I couldn't even really tell you anything that happened on Dynamite because so many people were talking about what happened on NXT. So to me, that tells you everything, because it's like, if that's what people are mostly talking about and they're not talking about like, oh, well, this happened on Dynamite too. Why didn't you guys, why aren't you talking about that? It's like, to me, it's like, yeah, okay, so this wasn't really a war. Like, this was just like a big brother and a little brother. And the little brother thinks that he did something, but he really didn't,
Yeah.
It's clear that he's bothered by it because, as we said, Tony is very upset, and his way of going about things is saying like, ha ha ha, you had all those people on NXT and you didn't even hit 1 million viewers. I'm like, this is not a hill you want to die on, sir. This is not. They stole viewers from you. You didn't even do the same numbers you did the week before when you weren't competing. So, and like, if you want to do that, the week before that, NXT on Tuesday did better numbers than Dynamite on Wednesday. So it's like, and they didn't have John Cena, Undertaker, or LA Knight. Like, they didn't have any of those people on the week before, and they still did better than you. So it's like, don't shit on them for not hitting 1 million. Like, I don't even know the last time NXT hit 1 million. I would have to look, but like, bro,
I don't think it's happened.
I honestly, yeah, I just meant like, I can't say it did or it didn't because I don't know.
No, yeah, I don't.
But yeah, it was just, I don't know. I was hoping for more, but I was really happy with NXT. I thought it was a really good show.
Yeah, it was a fantastic show, and I know a lot of people, especially in the IWC, are like, oh yeah, you had to get the Undertaker and Cena and all these people, but but here's the thing: they did that not to highlight those superstars and legends, but to give the rub, an endorsement. That's what endorsement of the future stars, because you need to do that in this stage of where you're at. Mm-hmm. You need to start endorsing the future of the company, the guys that 5 years down the line will be main eventing WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You need to start that track now. And if you don't do it, then you're kind of missing the boat a little bit, because they're becoming a star in front of your eyes. And if you don't treat them as such, then they're going to go to another rival company and then be treated as such.
Well, and I don't think people are looking at it from like a business perspective either, where like they knew by doing that, by having Cena, The Undertaker, Paul Heyman, LA Knight, like that was going to bring in people who don't normally watch NXT and aren't familiar with the roster, or maybe not even anybody really, other than anybody that has been on Raw or SmackDown. So they knew, okay, well, if this person who only watches Raw and SmackDown is going to be watching NXT, well, we need to have Cena with Carmelo Hayes, because he's going to be one of the guys that's going to be coming up to the main roster soon. This introduces him to those people. Same thing with Braun Breaker or Paul Heyman with Ava Raine. Like, that was an interesting twist for the bloodline. So if people didn't know that that's The Rock's daughter and that she does have, shared blood with the bloodline, like, I feel like that was a good way to introduce those people to those wrestlers, and so it gets them excited. Maybe you'll bring them into watching NXT when Cena and Heyman, etc., aren't on. So it's like, it made sense, but it also, I think, the idea that Tony was saying, like, you had to bring all those people on, WWE is in the midst of like doing the whole like season premiere thing. That felt like a season finale.
Oh, it absolutely felt like a season finale. That's a
So to
very
me,
good
I'm
way
like,
to put it.
it would have probably happened even if AEW wasn't there. Like, I really wouldn't be. I mean, maybe they wouldn't go all out to have The Undertaker or something, but I still feel like
No.
we would have gotten a similar feel because we're supposed to believe that, you know, SmackDown this week and Raw and whatever next week is supposed to be like the new season. That felt exactly what you expect from the last episode of a season. So
Yeah.
I don't think it was that crazy.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that crazy at all. And if you like, you need to if they want to legitimize NXT to be its own third brand, major brand,
Hmm.
you do need to have guys like that on the show, at least to start it off
Yeah.
and legitimize it, for John Cena to be there, Cody Rhodes to be the special uh guest GM for the
Hmm.
night. LA Knight, for God's sakes. That honestly was another rose. Like I was,
Yeah.
the fact that he was special ref and he just going, yeah, the crowd just like, and
Hmm.
he's doing it in sync with them. It's little stuff like that that separates WWE from everybody else.
Hmm.